He pursued me for weeks, then sent a spreadsheet invoicing me for our dates and demanded I pay him back. And he still wanted to see me, plus a final update. Hi everyone, I am a 23-year-old female, and I have been dating this 32-year-old guy for a little over a month now. He was very persistent in pursuing me, constantly texting, making plans, asking me to go on runs, bike rides, and beach days. We live in Florida, so these activities are common. He also invited me to dinner, bars, and even paid for Ubers to and from his place. We were hanging out at least 4 times a week. Everything felt like it was going somewhere. He had been slowly building things up and even waited weeks to finally kiss me. Then, out of nowhere, he sends me a literal Excel spreadsheet with a breakdown of dates, how much he spent, and a column with my name, asking me to reimburse him. I truly can't believe it. It felt transactional and weirdly formal, especially since he was the one initiating nearly all the plans. What's even more confusing is that after sending this, he still insists on seeing me and continuing to date. It's like, you want to invoice me and kiss me. For context, I have picked up the tab quite a few times for dinner, drinks, and other things without making a big deal of it. I have never asked him to pay me back or kept score. I thought we were just getting to know each other and splitting things organically like adults, especially since he is about 10 years older than I am. So, am I overreacting or underreacting? I can't tell if this is just him being organized or if it's a huge red flag. Here's how our text conversation went. He sent a breakdown of everything he'd spent and then texted me, saying, "Hate to ask, but can you Venmo or Zelle me some money for the last few weeks? I know you got me some stuff which I'm appreciative of, and definitely happy to cover most things like our date night and drinks and stuff. But you never paid me for the first round of stuff from a few weeks ago, and money's a little tight for me and a source of stress right now with working 2 jobs. I just replied, sure. He wrote back, okay, I think $100 is fair unless you have any objections. I asked, are you charging me for in between days? That was the restaurant he took me to. He replied, I'm charging you $100 for the $500 of stuff I've covered since we've started hanging out. You never paid me the last time I asked for some. I said, all right, maybe we shouldn't go out as much. He responded, laughing out loud, I can't tell if your butt hurt I'm asking for $100. I had sent the money, so I texted, did you get my Venmo? He replied, I did, thank you very much. Coincidentally, our friend texted me today saying he was owed money too. I paid him the $90 you owed him from a while back. I was hoping you could reimburse me for that eventually. So I said, oh sure, sending now. He said, I appreciate it very much, and then followed up with, how was work and dinner with Liv? Update. Hi everyone, thanks so much for all the responses on my last post. It blew up and I appreciate all the feedback. I wanted to add some details that didn't make it into the original post since a lot of people were asking for clarification. First, in the spreadsheet he sent me, I was the green column. And no, it was not for cigars for me. I thought that was funny. The color green also referred to a $200 pair of Hoka shoes he had texted me about buying. He took me to a nicer spot called in between days for a more intimate dinner, which was one of the charges. The other man on the spreadsheet asking for payment was actually his twin brother, who sometimes joins us on double dates, but usually picks up the check himself. I always offer to pay my share. Money is genuinely stressful for me, and I hate the feeling of owing anyone. He always refused to let me pay in the moment, but then turned around and invoiced me formally later. I would have much rather just paid my own way from the start than have any of this happen. So for my final update, I sent him the last payment and then blocked him and deleted his contact. I didn't want him to hold anything over me. It sucks that I paid him, but at least it's over. Thanks to everyone who weighed in.